Colorado is looking hard at a handful of elite high school recruits to round out their 2024 recruiting class, but there's a lot of competition and we're 2 months away from that December signing day. So in this video, we're going to highlight the key targets that Coach Prime and his staff have in their sights. Will they be able to get them on campus, and will they be able to close? Coming off a bye week, quarter of the season remains. I thought that this was a good time to go over some of Colorado's top high school targets. We know they're going to hit the portal hard after the season. This is only a look at their high school targets that they're trying to get on campus down the stretch. So Colorado fans, before we jump into this, subscribe to the On3 Recruits channel. We want you to be a part of it. You're passionate, and we're going to make the run to signing day with you. So go ahead, hit subscribe. Okay. All right, so in this video, like I said, we're taking a look at some important upcoming visits. Now, can they get Jordan Seaton back on campus? That's the question. Dron Miller, fresh off his Aggie decommitment, he's up here on the board. Nick Marsh, word came out that he just locked in an official visit. And King Joseph Edwards, a pass rusher out of Georgia. All right, we're going to break it all down, but let's start at the top with five-star offensive tackle Jordan Seaton. Now, he's already been to Boulder this season, but it was an unofficial visit. It was great. He enjoyed the atmosphere. He was at that Colorado State game with all the crazy environment that went on before the pregame. He loved it, and I talked to Seaton to this day, and he's still buzzing about Coach Prime in Colorado. He's saying he wants to make it back to Boulder for an official visit. That's great that he's saying it. Now we just got to see when he sets it up. I'd say Seaton is probably the most important recruit at the high school level right now for Colorado, just because he's an offensive tackle, the number 2 rated offensive tackle in America, has a great connection with Deion Sanders and that staff, and wants to get back out there. Now we just need to see him set that date sometime between now and mid-December. I think he does make it back to campus. All right, next name on the list is Dron Miller, the number 79 overall prospect out of the state of Texas. He's an explosive wide receiver, and he is on this list because he decommitted from the Aggies recently. Looked like he was going to potentially commit to LSU right coming off that decommit. He was on campus there last weekend, but he did not pull the trigger, and now I put him on Colorado's recruiting board. I know the staff is working it right now. We got to see, but it looks like November 11th will be the date that he comes in for an official visit. I think they do get that locked in probably by the end of this week. I think Ole Miss right now is the other team to watch. LSU, obviously, they're the team to beat, I would say, but Colorado and Ole Miss right there. Miller has not decided when he's going to make that final announcement. I think it'll come in late November, maybe December. All right, let's head down the list a little bit further to Nick Marsh, 4-star wide receiver out of the state of Michigan. He visited Colorado earlier this season with his mom on an unofficial visit. Now, I spoke to Nick Marsh on this show right here, and he said he wanted to make it back for an official visit. This week, he did just that, and he locked in a date for December 15th. I love it. Colorado's going to get the last visit. It's 5 days before signing day. If you're going to make that final impression, that's when it's going to go down. We'll see if Nick Marsh is a late flip to Colorado. Georgia Tech also involved. Got to mention there, he's going to take an official visit to Georgia Tech this weekend. But as I said, Colorado will get the last shot at him on December 15th. All right. How's the start of college football season been for you guys? I know the games have been great, but you know what's not great? Finding last-minute tickets. Finding tickets before a game can sometimes be a nightmare, and do not let this be the way that your season goes. That's why I'm here to tell you about GameTime. It's the fast and easy way to buy tickets for all the big-time matchups. GameTime will get you to this year's biggest college football games with elite deals on last-minute tickets and the best price guarantee. Do not stress over getting into your team's favorite game, the biggest rivalry game of the year. There's only so many games you can go to, and you need to get these tickets at the best prices. GameTime is the place for last-minute ticket deals. Forget planning months in advance. Guys are terrible at that. GameTime has deals on tickets right up to the day of the event. GameTime, they have deals on tickets even after an hour after the game starts. It is the place to get last-minute ticket deals. Get exclusive flash deals on tickets on all sports and even concert events. So here's what we're going to do. Snag the tickets without stress with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code INSIDESCOOP for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and use code INSIDESCOOP for $20 off. Download GameTime today. Last minute tickets, lowest price, guaranteed. King Joseph Edwards, a 6'4", 220 pass rusher, another Georgia prospect, having a great season at Mill Creek High School. They're off to an 8-0 start, and King Joseph Edwards is a big part of that. Locked in an official visit to Colorado for December 2nd, so we're going to see a postseason official visit. I love that as well. Able to spend more time with them and roll out the red carpet. No game on Saturday, so all that time and energy that's spent on the field, coaching, getting ready, all that, none. Just going to spend time with the coaching staff, Coach Prime, and his players. We'll see what happens, but I do like where they sit with that Georgia prospect, King Joseph Edwards. FSU and Ole Miss also in his top 3. He says he's going to probably take official visits to both. I know Ole Miss is going to get him on campus. We'll see about Florida State. Those are some of the big names. Now, there's still others, though. Jeremiah Beeman, we've talked about him on this show a lot. He's a talented Alabama edge commitment that has been out to Colorado. Will he be back for an official visit? He tells Chad Simmons here at On 3 that he's highly considering it, but nothing is scheduled just yet. So he is taking other visits. I know Jeremiah Beeman is listening to other schools, and Colorado is one of them. Now, there's already been some important official visits. Maybe the most important official visit so far came from 5-star Texas A&M wide receiver commit Cam Coleman. He was on campus for his official September 29th, and I really like the job that Colorado did there. He still remains committed to Texas A&M, but we see what's happening with their season. It's spiraling, and the Sharks are in the water. Auburn, they are also involved on Cam Coleman. Got him on campus for a surprise visit last weekend. I think Cam Coleman is still wide open. Even though he remains committed, I think he's still listening to other programs. Colorado, Auburn, I think those are the 2 teams you need to watch right now. Lastly, I want to hit on September 8th official visitor Cam Michael, 2-way player out of Statesboro, Georgia, and there's a lot of buzz with Colorado right now. Obviously, Tennessee and Georgia are probably the other 2 front runners in this one. But Cam Michael's teammate, Amontre Bradford, already committed to Colorado. They were both together on that September 8th official visit. Amontre committed. Will Cam Michael be next to commit? Remember, he's from Statesboro, Georgia, and a big-time 2-way player. If anybody's going to fill those shoes of Travis Hunter, why not Cam Michael? They're both out of the state of Georgia. We'll see what happens there. So this is kind of what it's looking like coming out of the bye week as Colorado hits the 4th quarter of their season, and you know what's going to happen when the season ends. That's recruiting season, and that's when Deion Sanders and his staff will have their time to shine. But today, we took a look at a few of the big key targets. Let me know in the comment section below who you think Colorado's going to land, and if there's somebody that I didn't have on this list, who do you think the Buffaloes need to get on campus? We'll be back on the Inside Scoop talking more Colorado Buffaloes later next week. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that content, be sure to subscribe to the On 3 Recruits channel. We have a new page dedicated only to recruiting. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button right now.